choosing a home in Angeles City, Philippines is not that big of a deal, right? What? So let's talk about that. Mine was basically, I wanted a condo originally. Then I decided into an apartment for now because I wanted to make sure when I got there, that I was didn't have to look for an apartment or get an Airbnb, for example. I see a lot of people, not all vloggers, but I see some vloggers, they actually get a Airbnb, then they start looking. I don't want to spend money getting an Airbnb where I can get an apartment, which is a month to month agreement between me and the landlord, which I can, once I get there, I can start looking because I'm actually physically there to look at the apartment or condo. Condo is the ideal choice I would want to move into. Apartment, if it's a nice apartment, that is. So right now, my requirement is I would like to have a condo, but right now I'm moving into an apartment. Now, how many bedrooms would I want in a condo, an apartment? Probably want 2 bedrooms, but right now it's a 1-bedroom apartment. But the living room is a nice size where I could put my desk at and put my computer at and stuff like that, and etc. So I got plenty of room to do that. And I wanted the bedroom. I did not want a studio. Studio, if it was a big studio, that's different because I don't feel like everything's so condensed in one area. I wanted the bedroom to be separate because I just feel better about sleeping in a bedroom that's separate from everything else. So the reason I want a 2-bedroom is I want my office separate from the bedroom, separate from the living room. So that's my ideal. But right now, I got a living room, kitchen, and bedroom. So it's only a 1-bedroom apartment right now. And I'll show you here on the map here in a second of the particular area that I was wanting to move into. It's near SM Clark Mall or SM City Clark Shopping Mall. The reason is because it's close to that. Walk to the mall. I could get some items I need for, like, say, for the vlog or anything like that. It's near the terminal as far as where I forget, I think it's the main gate. It's near that. Also, too, my girlfriend, she can get transportation to her job that is close to there. She doesn't have to walk too far. And that was one of my concerns. I don't want to get so far away from, so far away from where the main gate is, or where the Walking Street area, SM City Clark area is, where she doesn't have to walk too far to even get to the area where she takes the jitney. I think she takes somewhere to get a bus, and the bus takes her to her job area. So I wanted her to be not have to worry about that, have to walk too far, have to worry about a bunch of foreigners or anybody else, not bothering her in being a rude way, but sometimes some foreigners do say something to her as she's walking. So I think she just feels comfortable where it's not too far to walk. And because she works at nighttime, because she works American hours, and at nighttime in the Philippines is American hours in the daytime. So she works those odd hours. So let me go ahead and share my screen of the Pacific area, which you should see here. Now, this is the area. I don't know if you can see my mouse. This is the area, of course, SM City Clark Mall. I don't remember where Clark main gate is. I don't remember, to be honest with you. But this is the area I was thinking that I would want to move into, this particular area. All these condos. Basically, if anybody knows or have ever been to Angeles City, or if you live in Angeles City, anywhere near the Candy Towers, I think all of them, any one of those in that particular area, that's not too far from Walking Street. It's not too far from the mall as far as walking distance. It's not too far from the main gate as far as walking distance. So those areas are not too bad. That's the general area where my apartment is, and where I would want the condo to be as well too, because I would want somewhere close by where I'd rather walk and then take a jeepney, or if I have to take a jeepney, the only time I would take a jeepney is I went to the wet market to maybe get with my girlfriend. We would take the jeepney to get to the wet market to go shopping, or we would have to take a jeepney to be able to get to her family's, to take a bus or take transportation to get to where her family is in Pampanga. All right, so I talked about the location and the neighborhood I was wanting to move into. I already have a 1-bedroom apartment, but the condo I'm looking for is in that particular area. Now, the budget and affordability, that's negotiable. I really don't care. But right now, as far as an apartment, if it's a 1-bedroom apartment around the 220 area, 250 area, I'm looking into. That's just me. Right now, because I'm wanting to get a condo. I really don't want to spend a lot of money on renting an apartment right now because I plan on moving into a nicer condo eventually. So the budget, I'm kind of looking forward to. I do know the Candy Tower, if I could pull it up. All right, so I'm just going based on the information I got from Candy Towers, or Candy Towers, however you pronounce it. As a rule, I guess you could say a rule of thumb of particular condos in that area. Now, there are some condos that are not as nice that I've seen that are more expensive, but this is what I've seen. If you think about moving to Angeles City, this is how much the condos are in Candy. If we go, let's see, Candy Palace. Of course, you see the monthly. I'm looking at the monthly plus electric. You can see executive room, queen suites. And let's look at the 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom because I'm wanting to move into a 2-bedroom. So if we look at the 2-bedroom, pull up my calculator converter, it says 72,600. Of course, that's in Philippine pesos. So let's see how much. I'm going to do 73K just to round it up. That's around 1293. Well, I'll say $1,294 or $1,295. So $1,295 if you want to round up. And that's for a 2-bedroom in Candy Palace. Now, if we go to either what Candy Tower is 1, 2, or 3, which right here, see that 2-bedroom is going to be around 66K. So I always like to round up. So I'm going to do around 68K just to make sure, because these rates could be, I think those rates are current, but I'm going to do around 68K. So that's around $1,200 or $1,205. So if we look at gross veneer, I like the gross veneer area because I like the pool at gross veneer. But the 2-bedroom is a little bit more less in my mind. So I'm going to do around 58K just to see. And that's around 1,000, just based on my converter. I'm not saying it's correct or not. 1,028. That's a good range. That's about. Now, you're not gonna find a 2-bedroom condo anywhere in America as nice as Candy Tower. In my opinion, you can for that price for $1,000. You find a decent apartment. In my mind, they do look nice. They look really nice condos. So it's $1,028. That's pretty good. And I'm not going to even get into the Candy Suites and Regency Court, but we can talk about that. A 2-bedroom there is around 47, so it's a little bit less. Probably the square amount of space there is probably a little bit less, and that's what the price is for a 2-bedroom each one. And in Candy Palace, it's $72,600, and Candy Towers 1, 2, and 3 is, as of right now, 66K, and gross veneer, which I like the best of all of them, is 57K, and that's what you can get. I can get a general idea. So myself, I'm going to base everything based on what I'm seeing with Candy Towers. I'm going to base everything on there because I've had Airbnb there. I've had friends who had Airbnbs there, and actually I have friends who rent out the same Airbnb when they're there because it's such a nice Airbnb, and the guy who runs it is spot on, making sure he's there once or twice a week to make sure you're good. And as long as you make sure that everything is good and you don't do something stupid and have parties there. And it's on the very top floor, and it's really nice. And a lot of friends who rent other smaller condos, and let's say gross veneer, for example, a couple of friends who do that, and it's pretty nice. And when you see a video of somebody in Candy Towers, they're in Candy Tower. That's the way the way they look from when somebody's on video. You just could tell. But they're very nice, and I'm going to base everything on Candy Towers. So I've seen other condos, and I was like, sorry to say, but I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to compare it to Candy Towers. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to compare it to Candy Tower and be like, oh, is it more expensive? If it's more expensive, they better have more amenities. They better have like, they better give me free transportation wherever I want to go or something, or a better gym, or a better, I don't know, breakfast is included. I don't know. It just, to me, or the locations is much better. It can maybe be right next to the mall, or right next to or the walking street or something like that. It has to be a condo. Has to be, to me, it has to be more to benefit. I don't know, or I don't know. I mean, to me, if you're like, if I go to, let's go to the screen. Let's go to the map. If I go on all the way down here, and let's say I'm going all the way down here near the Red Doors. I think Red Doors is closed. I don't know, or temporary closed. Let's say if I got a condo in that area, to me that's a little. It's not that far, but to me a condo in this, say for this area. I'm not saying there is a condo here. I don't know because I'm not familiar with everything around Angeles City. But let's say if you get a condo there, and to me it should not be more when it's further away. In my mind, when it's further away from the city. But if it is, it better be, in my opinion, it better have a ton of amenities. And now, talking about safety in Angeles City, to me, it's pretty safe. You do have to be careful. You don't want to get, I guess you say, pickpocketed, but you just got to keep your head on a swivel and be aware of what's going on around you. Don't have a bunch of crap in your pockets. But to me, that being safety for specifically me being new there, and safety for my girlfriend to be able, for her to travel to work at night. To me, it's important as far as safety. So in my mind, somewhere close to the mall or Walker Street is a little bit safer because there's less chance, I guess you could say, for something to happen. I don't know if that makes sense or not. So to me, safety and security is important. In a gated area or apartment or a condo that's gated or has security is important. The apartment we have now is gated, so that's important for me because people have the key to get into the gate before you even get into the apartment. That's important. That's a good thing. A condo, once we move into a condo, it's very important they have security, and an extra good thing would be is they have CCTV. Just in case something happens or anything like that. It's just for peace of mind, I guess you could say. So definitely security is a big deal. But right now our apartment has a gate, and that's important too. So another important thing is community, and as far as the area which we're living in, trying to make new friends. So it's like if I move into a condo or an apartment and people are not friendly and they're not wanting to, this must be the new guy that's in the area, or this must be the new guy that lives in that apartment right next door. Let me go say hello to him. If the people are not friendly or anything like that, then I probably wouldn't want to live there. I'm not saying that's important, but it is somewhat important where for me, the community, there's, as far as the people around you, there is a good community of people who are like talk amongst each other, and they're not to themselves or not wanting to talk to people. I'm a quiet person anyway. I guess I like to stay once I'm in my apartment or a condo, I'm in my apartment, condo. I don't come out and talk to people, but I will get out of my apartment or condo and talk to people if there's a particular thing going on in the community, or if I pass by somebody's place and they say, "Hey, you want a beer?" I say, "Oh, sure, let me go in, put my stuff down, I'll come back out and we have a beer." Salmon Light or Red Horse, whichever. I haven't had a Red Horse. I'd probably choose a Salmon Light if they had Salmon Light. But to me, like, building friendship there is important. Building, getting to know people in particular areas, saying hello, getting them knowing me by name and me knowing them by name is important for me. So that to me is an important part of the area which I'm living in, condo or apartment, and that's community. So those are the requirements for when I'm moving into my condo when I get to Angeles City, and the requirements that I was thinking about when I moved into the apartment which I am living in right now at the moment. So those are the requirements. So the requirements are a 2-bedroom, eventually in a condo. Right now I'm in a 1-bedroom. It has to have a great community, and it has to be close to SM City Clark Mall and close to the main gate for my girlfriend to get to work safely. Those are the big requirements. So let me know, Are you living in Angeles City? If you are living in Angeles City, what were the requirements for you? Did they have to have aircon? Did they have to have hot water? Did they have to have furniture that's furnished? That's another thing I didn't talk about. That's a future video. What was the requirements that you wanted to have, that you were looking for when you moved into Angeles City area or the Philippines in general, or what you're thinking about? So let me know what you think about. Comment below, like and subscribe, and peace out.